Stay right there.
I am all set.
Okay, go ahead and come right here. State
Okay.
your full name for the judge.
Edward
There you go.
Edward Brian Cordova.
All right, Mr. Cordova. The state is alleging two charges against you. One is a felony allegation, and the second one is a misdemeanor allegation.
Okay.
The first charge is the felony allegation of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol. The misdemeanor violation, it's a class 2 misdemeanor, is an open container of alcohol in the vehicle unauthorized. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a two-part hearing on the 13th of March at 4 o'clock p.m. The first part will be regarding the misdemeanor violation, and that is where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to the open container violation. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding, and all of those options as well as the penalty range for that misdemeanor will be explained to you prior to giving your plea, so you'll be well informed. Okay.
Okay.
The other part of the hearing is going to be called a preliminary hearing, and that's regarding the felony allegation. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that felony allegation, not convict you, only to charge you. If probable cause is found, then the case will bind over from here to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then the case could dismiss. Additionally, the case could be presented in front of a grand jury prior to that date or even after that date. So the best thing to do is you'll need to appear anyway on the misdemeanor violation. So then
Yeah.
inquire about the felony to see where it's at. So if we're having the hearing, obviously you'll be here. If we're not having the hearing, you can inquire and we'll be able to update you on whether that is going to take place, whether it hasn't been filed on. The state has up to 7 years from the date of your arrest to file that felony allegation if it doesn't go through a grand jury or if they don't have the preliminary hearing. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. So nonetheless, we'll need to see you on that date and time for the misdemeanor violation anyway, and then we'll find out on the felony.
Yep.
Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any change of address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. And then do not drive a vehicle impaired or on a public roadway unless you're licensed to do so. Do you understand those release conditions?
I do.
Can you
Yes.
abide by those?
Yes.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, we'll see you on that date then. Sir, are you here for in custody status or for hearing?
For a hearing, I guess, eviction notice,
Okay, we'll be with you shortly. Hello, can you state your name, please?
Joe Hatch.
Okay, hang on one second, ma'am. Okay, sir, I'm talking to the people on the monitor. Your hearing will be shortly, okay?
Got you done.
All right, have a good one. Ma'am, could you state your name, please? Okay, and then you're going to have to speak up because the microphone's not very sensitive. The state is alleging one misdemeanor violation against you and some civil traffic offenses. The misdemeanor violation is driving with a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Understanding that you live out of state, what I would like to do, with your permission, is waive your personal appearance to have to be assigned to another court date where you personally appear in front of me, and agree to do this by video now so it'll save you a trip to court, and then I'll move forward into the arraignment and take a plea from you. Do I have your permission to waive your personal appearance and do this by video?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license is a Class 1 misdemeanor. That is punishable with a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months of jail, and/or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time as part of it, so whether you go to trial and are found guilty, or whether you plead guilty or no contest, you're not facing jail time as a consequence of the sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, we will proceed forward into sentencing and save you another trip back to court. If you plead not guilty, I will have to assign you to a pretrial conference. You'll meet with the prosecutor. That meeting, you will be a discussion. The prosecutor may present you the information regarding the police report and any evidence that they plan on using at a trial at a later date. At the conclusion of that pretrial conference, again, that's with a not guilty plea, one of 4 things will happen, okay? Number 1, the case could proceed to trial. Number 2, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties agree on. Number 3, the case could dismiss. Or number 4, the case could continue because more work needs to be done on it. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're admitting to the facts of the case and acknowledging that you committed the violation. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting or denying the facts of the case, but you would still be accepting the conviction. Both guilty and no contest pleas show on your criminal history as a conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You also have the right to an attorney. You have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you can provide 2 things. Number 1, that you financially cannot afford your own attorney, and you have a second reason for a court-appointed attorney. One of those accepted reasons would be that there would be jail time, but since I informed you there is not jail time, then that takes that portion away. So you would provide the court with a reason why you want a court-appointed attorney, and I would let you know if that reason qualifies for one or not. Or you can hire an attorney on your own, or you can waive the presence of an attorney in its entirety and proceed forward. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Regarding that decision about the attorney, do you wish to waive the presence of an attorney, hire an attorney at your own expense, or see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney?
Wait.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a form, ma'am, that will do 2 things. Number 1, waives your personal appearance that we talked about. And then number 2, it waives the presence of an attorney. So it just requires your signature, okay?
Okay.
All right. Before I take a plea from you of either guilty, not guilty, or no contest, do you have any questions?
No, sir. One question.
Yes, go ahead.
This plea would be just for the misdemeanor of driving without a license, suspended license?
Yes, it would be just on that criminal offense, and then I'll talk to you about the other civil offenses shortly.
Okay.
All right, so you're on that one, it's driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That's what you're giving your plea to.
Yes. Okay.
That's the only criminal offense. The other ones are civil traffic violations.
Okay.
Okay? How do you wish to plea on that?
No contest.
Okay. I'll enter your no contest plea. And then we'll proceed forward into the sentencing portion of that, okay? And then we'll talk to you about the civil traffic violations in a moment. Now that I've taken your no contest plea, I need to make you aware of the rights that you're giving up by entering that no contest plea. Give me one moment. Hello, just get a record if I could, please. All right. Just writing down your address again on one of these forms. And your phone number. All right. Are you on probation or parole?
Sir.
Pardon me?
No. No,
Okay.
sir.
All right. By entering your no contest plea, these are the rights that you're giving up. You're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and in some cases a court-appointed attorney that we discussed. You're also giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present evidence in your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. You're giving up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and also giving up the right to a direct appeal. And I want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences. They're just possible consequences, they're not as a matter of fact. And those are the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in deportation or being denied citizenship or reentry. Further on your citizenship is Rule 17.2 is if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Understanding each of these rights that I just explained to you, do you wish to give up those rights and enter your no contest plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, regarding your no contest plea, are you making that plea voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Nobody promised you any lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled no contest, you would receive it?
No.
Okay, the court accepts your plea of no contest and finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. I'll be sending you a form over that has my initials down the left column. Those initials are your rights that I just explained to you that you're waiving with the no contest plea, acknowledging that. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains what that is. It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of this conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed. And you may qualify for a certificate of second chance pursuant to Arizona Revised Statute 13911 once all the terms and the timeframes therein have been satisfied. So that form will be another form that you'll sign. And then I'm going to provide you the notice of warnings and rights that I told you about the possible collateral consequences, and a letter that explains those three components that I just told you about: the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment, and also the sealing of records. So that form will require your signature as well. Do you wish to give any statement to the court before we proceed forward into sentencing? No?
No, sir.
Okay, before I do the sentencing, what I'd like to do is explain to you the civil traffic procedures now. The alleged against you at count A is a speeding greater than reasonable and prudent, and it's cited at 41 miles per hour in a posted 35 mile per hour zone. The second civil traffic violation is 28754B, which is no continuous signal for 100 feet during the execution of a turn. On those charges, you can plead either responsible or not responsible. If you plead responsible, then the court can impose a sanction and then see if you're able to pay it. If you plead not responsible, then we can schedule you for a civil traffic hearing. And being that you are out of state, we can do that by Zoom or telephonic if we need to. And we'll allow you to do that. Do you have any business in Payson, or were you just traveling through?
I was traveling through
And you were going back home?
Albuquerque.
Okay. You reside in Albuquerque now?
No, I have friends out there.
Okay, so you're traveling through to go visit your friends in Albuquerque, and then after you do that visit, you're going back home?
Yes, I was
Okay.
flying out.
Okay, understood. All right. Do you have any questions about your plea to the 2 traffic violations of responsible or not responsible?
Not responsible.
Okay, you want to enter not responsible plea on those?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was not speeding.
Okay. I'll enter you're not responsible for that. We will send you a notice for a civil traffic hearing on that. Now, would you like to appear? Do you have the capability to do that by Zoom?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll schedule you for Zoom, and it'll probably be at least 30 days from now. Do you think you'll be back in Iowa by then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll grant that now, that you can appear at that civil traffic hearing by Zoom. We'll send you a subpoena by mail or by email, so you'll get the date and time of that shortly, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you wish not to give any statement or anything regarding the civil or the driving as suspended, correct?
No, no, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. You don't have to. I just always give an opportunity to be heard regarding that. So, give me a moment.
Hot out here.
Yes, it is.
I think it's snowing up in Iowa right now, or it was Thursday, Friday.
Well, we got a little dusting of snow, surprisingly, just a couple of days ago here. So
Now it's sunny.
now it's sunny, and it's going to be sunny all week. Okay, let me get a couple of things. So the imposed fine for the driving suspended violation is $482. Give me a moment here.
Yeah.
There's a court security fee of $35.80 and a one-time jail fee of $69. So let me get that totaled up here.
Yeah.
That's $586.80.
Okay.
Are you able to pay that balance today?
No.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. I do have to add a one-time payment plan of $20. That
Okay.
brings the balance to $606.80. How much can you afford to pay on that per month?
I could do probably 20 or 100. I don't, it depends.
So just whatever your budget. So you give me an amount. You can go in the middle, $50.
I could go in the middle.
All right. So $50 per month. Are you able to make a payment today, or do you want me to schedule out 30 days?
Can you schedule out 30 days?
I certainly
gotta
can.
Figure out how to get home.
Yeah. Plus, you're going on the girls' trip here, so you want to keep your funds in your pocket so you can spend it on that. So, give me a moment here. Give you to March 27th to make your first payment.
That works.
I'm not going to assign any probation or any other terms besides a fine for that. So on the bottom of this last form that I'll require your signature on, it's called the judgment and sentencing. And there'll be a highlighted area at the bottom of that page that will have a phone number, a website if you wish to make those payments remotely. You can always send us a check or money order, or our address will be on there. But if you want to do it online or by phone, then you certainly can do that. And the requirement will be for $50 a month. The first payment is due on or before 3/27 of 2026. Total balance is $606.80. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll be sending you all of that paperwork that I just talked about. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance, so you'll be released out of custody. And then you'll also be receiving the civil traffic court date allowed to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
All right, that's all I have for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who do you want me to send this to?
Do you want it sent to you? Or Daily?
Smith or me.
Smith or Daily, either one.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you so much.
You bet.